210 West, then I called off the 134. Arguing with some dirty whore I met in North Hollywood a little earlier before. Reminded me to catch up with my nigga Symptom, you heard. And I know my bars like pyrotechnics, and that's why Pyrus and Crips respect it. Even in hip-hop, who y'all claim the dope ain't the dopest motherfucker, must have slain a goat. Sold his soul to the devil to remain a note. Cause if you ask them about brass, that's all she wrote, nigga.
Yeah.
What up, y'all? Rick Ross. Shouts out to Visual Eyes.
Symptom 210 West Radio. Live with Mr. Rick Ross. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you?
Good. Live with Visual Eyes. So we all know you from LA. Exactly what part of LA are you from?
I'm from South Central Los Angeles. Manchester, Figueroa.
Okay. What was it like growing up back then? What's the biggest difference now between now and then?
From LA, man, LA's changed so much, you know.
Okay.
Used to be a all-black neighborhood.
Right.
I think we had one white in the neighborhood when we moved over. There was one white still living in the neighborhood, and it went from being all black to now almost all Hispanic.
Right.
So that's one of the biggest difference, you know. To see blacks lose so much property right now.
Right.
You know, we used to control some of the most valuable property in the city, and now they pushed us out to like Riverside, San Bernardino,
Lancaster, Palmdale, right.
And that's like kind of sad. Even Carson, you know, this is kind of like one of the last strongholds, you know.
Black community.
Black communities.
Right.
You know, we about to lose it too.
Right. Before we kind of even get into the past, I want to kind of talk about the present a little bit. And the thing I really want to talk about this, because this is a business-oriented interview, is Freeway Enterprises. Talk about the concept, how you came up with it, and the progress thus far.
Well, I started Freeway Enterprise when I was in prison.
Okay.
You know, I'd been reading about MySpace, you know, how good they was doing. They was negotiating a sales price for it, like $690 million. And I was like, damn, they started that with nothing, you know, in like a couple years. So I was like, man, I was in the wrong business. I should have been in a website, you know.
Right.
So while I was studying him, this guy popped up on Facebook. And I'm like, man, this guy here is talking about he's going to challenge MySpace.
Right.
And I kept watching it and then, eventually he started to challenge him, and I was like, wow, if he could do it, I could do it.
Right.
So, you know, I went to start researching how to start my own website. So that's what I did.
So you were always a businessman?
Always, since I was like 7, 8 years old. I used to go out and collect bottles and aluminum cans when they first came out. I used to go to people's house and get the bottles when they was like a nickel a bottle, 2 cents a bottle,
right.
And that's how I made my money, you know, hustling bottles. When I was around 11 or 12, I used to wash cars, cut grass. I mean, I've always been a hustler, you know.
So, when we were on the radio show a couple weeks ago, we talked about your name, actually, and the legal proceedings about that. What's going on with that?
Pow, pow, pow. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it on him, man.
Okay.
We're doing pretty good in court right now. The judge ruled, well, not really ruled yesterday, but she made a statement in court that this is going to be a public trial, and that the public going to get to know everything that happened. I wanted everybody to know what happened.
Okay.
You know, I want everybody to be able to see, because, you know, Universal and them, they've been fighting to keep everything under wraps, under seal.
Really?
So they're going to get to know how much money he really made.
Really?
What his contract was worth.
Wow.
I'm setting it all out.
Wow.
I can't wait till today that the judge ruled, and I can just take his contract and let everybody see what it said on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bust him all the way out. You know, it's going to be downright dirty up in this courthouse. So stay tuned.
So ultimately, he's going to probably have to change his name, correct?
Yeah, man. You know that dude trademarked my name, man.
Trademarked the name?
Yeah, so I'm not even supposed to, technically, I'm not even supposed to be using my own name.
Wow.
He trademarked my name, man.
Damn, it's twisted. Wow. And that brings me to another thing. How do you feel about these rappers in particular, whether they really lived that life or whether they did not, how do you feel about them glorifying it through the music?
Well, I don't think that the drug business is nothing to be glorified.
Okay.
It's serious business.
Okay.
You know, when you wake up in the morning and you don't know if you're gonna have to kill somebody or if you're gonna get killed, and that's serious. You know,
Right.
if you walk around with a bulletproof vest on, you know, that's serious. You know, I used to walk around with a bulletproof vest on.
Right.
So, you know, it's serious business and it shouldn't be nothing to be played with, and people have to deal with it as if it's serious. And if somebody lived a life and they say, man, this is what I've done,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, I can understand that.
Right.
For a cat who never did it to come out, and then I can understand them too, you know, you're trying to get him some money.
Right.
You know, I can feel that, but at least, you know, at the end of the day, say, man, I ain't did none of that. I was just making this up, but this is something I heard, or something like that. There, you know. But you gotta let the people know that it's BS. You know,
Right.
you can't go around, you know, playing like you this person and you that person. You know, this guy believes that he's me.
And he's really got a lot of people's soul.
And yeah, people tell me.
Yeah.
I go to school sometimes. They was like, "Why you change your name to Rick Ross?" I like, change my name. I've been Rick Ross for 52 years. You know. And there was times I didn't want to be Rick Ross. You know, I wanted to be something else. You know, but I made my own bed, so I had to, you know, I had to deal with it. You know, when the feds put up on you, I didn't want to be Rick Ross.
Right.
I wanted to be somebody else.
Right.
But you know, it's easy for him now, you know, to come out here and be Rick Ross since all the hard lifting and all the time and dedication's been done. So now you just want to benefit off of the hard work that I did, and I think that it's unfair. And he made a comment, man, in his deposition, something about now that he's platinum, I'm coming forward. What do you mean? Now that you platinum, I've been Rick Ross.
Right.
I've been coming forward with who I was. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just totally ludicrous, man, way, you know. But anyway.
So, I might ask a question for you, too. This is something that a lot of people wanted me to ask you this. You know, you came home from prison, and how come you didn't, you know, how could I put it? Not go high, but what makes you be the kind of person that still stay relevant and still stay in the public eye? I know a lot of cats that come home from doing long stints and kind of just want to go be not seen, you know what I'm saying? But you got kind of a different approach. You still on the scene, you still showing your business savvy. What made you do it this way instead of kind of just going and kind of hiding, just like I did my time and I don't want to be seen no more?
Well, I think that we need somebody to show, you know, the young people out here that no matter how low you are, that you can still bounce back and that you can still make things happen.
Okay.
And that's what I'm working for now. I want to be the one that gives them the confidence to say, you know what, if Rick can do it, man, he said he was here, and I don't believe Rick ain't no liar.
Right.
You know, Rick just don't lie to kick it. You know, some people just lie to be around you.
You ain't lying.
You know, they can't just come and say, man, you know, I ain't got shit going on. I'm no good motherfucker. You know, I just want to hang out with you, man. You know, get me right.
Right.
You know, and you know, I ain't one of these. You know, I'm one of the ones. I'm gonna give it to you just like it is. You know, some people they be peeing on you and telling you it's raining. You know, I ain't gonna do you like that. I'm gonna keep it 100 all the way. You know, so when the kids see me do what I'm gonna do, then they will know that they can do the same thing.
And then, you know, what advice do you have for the cat that's watching this that may be headed down that same road that you once walked?
Read The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, and As a Man Think, and give me a call. I got you. I'll help you get out of the streets if you want to get out. Your boy, hit me up.
My last question for you, if you can do it all over again, would you?
No, definitely not. See, and that's a tough question to answer because, see, I'm two different people, man. I done learned a whole lot. If I was the same person that I was then and knew the same thing that I knew then, I could do it. But now being an educated person, a person with wisdom and knowledge, I can never sell drugs again. But I don't need to sell drugs again.
Right.
Because I got wisdom now. And that's what we all have to get. We have to get the wisdom. And once you get the wisdom, then you don't have to worry about nothing else. You can do the same thing I'm doing. FreewayEnterprise.com. Check out the documentary. We got a documentary gonna be coming out soon. called Cracking the System. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out on PBS, Slavery by a Different Name. Man, it was sick. I couldn't believe they was doing to them young brothers what they did.
Is that on PBS?
Always been hard on the black man.
Right.
Yeah, for real. They had a thing, man, where a white man could come up to you. You could be 13 years old. He could say, man, you owe me some money. You ain't never seen this guy before. And he could arrest you, take you to jail, and make you work to pay him off. Yeah.
Can you give him that book again too one more time?
The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, and As a Man Think. Those are my favorite 3 books. And don't forget, once you read them, call me. Don't call me before you read the books.
Straight up.
Please. Because if you ain't committed enough to read them books, you ain't committed enough to be hollering at me. I don't want to holler at you. I love you, though.
Straight up. 210 West Visualize, Rick Ross. Appreciate that. Yeah. Again.
Hard work pay off. He been trying to get this interview for a while. He ran me down.
Straight up.